On the news tonight, Nigerian unemployment rate to hit 41% in 2023. Leaked audio, Obi has more questions to answer, says FG. Ex-Senator Ohabua says Kalu not fit for Senate President position. UK restrictions can't stop doctors' migration, says NMA, NARD. And lastly, on sports, Chukwueze makes La Liga Team of the Week. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is BGITV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagide Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. Now the news in detail. KPMG's has stated that Nigerian unemployment rate had increased to 37.7% in 2022 and will further rise to 40.6% due to the continuing inflow of job seekers into the job market. The multinational consultant firm, in a newly released report tagged KPMG Global Economy Outlook Report HQ H1 2023, said unemployment will continue to be a challenge due to the slower than required economic growth and the inability of the economy to absorb the 4.5 million new entrants into the Nigerian job market every year. The reports also said that in 2024, the unemployment rate will grow to 43%, while inflation will accelerate to 20.3% in 2023 and 20.0% in 2024. The KPMG further noted that the incoming administration will face a deeply rooted, challenging environment characterized by fragile and slow economic growth and challenges in the foreign exchange market. Additionally, government revenue remains inadequate to support much needed expenditure, leading to a high debt stock and high debt service payments. The Nigerian economy ended the past year with GDP growth rate of 3.52% in Q4 2022, compared with 2.25% in Q3 2022, with growth averaging 3.10% over 2022, it explained. Going on to the next story. The federal government has said the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has more questions to answer on the leaked audio involving him and founder of the Living Faith Church Worldwide, Bishop David Oyedepo. After days of silence, Obi said the audio was fake and accused the federal government of spreading lies against him. But a press briefing in London, Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, challenged Obi to clarify what he meant by saying the leaked conversation was fake. I need to draw the attention of Nigerians to the recent audio leak of conversation between the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, and the cleric. The leaked audio rattled Nigerians because we heard Obi pleading with the cleric to interfere on his behalf to convince Christians that this is a religious war and they should support him. In the aftermath of the leaked audio, Obi came out to say that it was a fake doctored audio call. If it was doctored, which part of it was doctored? Is it the beginning, the middle, or the end? Says the questions that need an answer. With the rumor and chorus, yes, daddy. Going on to the next story. Mao Ohabua, a former lawmaker who represented Abia North Senatorial District in the 8th National Assembly, has opposed Orji Uzor Kalu's bid for the Senate president. Ohabua said that Kalu, the incumbent senatorial representative for Abia North, has an ongoing case with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and has previously been found guilty. He stated this during a Monday appearance on Channels Television's Politics Today. Kalu, who was re-elected, is one of the candidates for Senate President ahead of the June inauguration of the 10th National Assembly. Ohabua, who is from the same senatorial district as Kalu, asserted that a former governor of Abia State is unqualified to serve as a representative of the people. When asked how he would feel should Kalu emerge as the next Senate President, Ohabua said, I will feel terrible because I don't believe that he is competent to represent the Senate. Meanwhile, Senator Sheikh Hussaini, who represented Kaduna Central in the 8th Senate, has given an insight into why Senator Kalu should be considered for the Senate President position. Speaking on the presiding offices, Senator Sani, who urged the APC to zone the position of a Senate president to the southeast geopolitical zone of the country, however, stressed on the issue of equity and justice as avenues for unity of any country. According to him, the APC should consider the above aside any primordial sentiment in the interest of the nation. On who he felt should be considered, he said, the former governor of Abia State and senator representing Abia North Senatorial District, Orji Uzor Kalu, should be considered for the Senate president. Going on to the next story. Medical bodies in the country have said the United Kingdom's government code of practice for the international recruitment of health and social care personnel will not stop Nigerian doctors from migrating into other countries. According to them, the UK can only define its terms as freedom of movement is a fundamental right. The Nigerian Medical Association and the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors were reacting to the UK Code of Practice, which listed Nigeria among 54 other countries where health workers should not be actively recruited. The UK explained that 54 countries were those the World Health Organization recognized as having most pressing health and care workforce-related challenges. The UK code read in part, countries on the list should not be actively targeted for recruitment by health and social care employers, recruitment organizations, agencies, collaborations, or contracting bodies unless there is a government-to-government agreement in place to allow managed recruitment undertaken strictly in compliance with the terms of that agreement. Moving on to the next story. Elder statesman and leader of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, Edwin Clark, has called for arrest and prosecution of Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, for spreading what he called fake news against the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, LP, Peter Obi. Clark, former Federal Commissioner for Information and leader of the Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum, described the minister's job as image maker of government for the past 8 years as disappointing, claiming that rather than uniting the country as his job implies, by creating an atmosphere for Nigerians to live together as brothers and sisters of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has instead caused division in the country. The minister, out on April 5th in faraway Washington, D.C., said both Obi and his running mate, Deputy Baba Ahmed, risk being prosecuted for treason over some of their utterances on the February 25th presidential election. But Clark said the minister did not base his accusations on any report or information given by any state agency, but on mere propaganda targeted at destroying the reputation of an innocent citizen. Baba Ahmed had in a recent interview with television station asked the Chief Justice of Nigeria not to swear in the president-elect on May 29th, adding that President Muhammadu Buhari will be heading democracy should he preside over the inauguration. Moving on to the next story. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has reiterated that Monday's sit-at-home order remains cancelled. IPOB spoke while stressing that people in rural areas still observe the sit-at-home order due to fear of criminal enforcers claiming to be members of the group. Emma Powerful, the spokesman of IPOB, said the sit-at-home order was aimed at rebushing the group's name. In a statement, Powerful said, "We, the global movement and family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, ably led by the great and indefatigable leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wish to remind Biafrans in Biafra land, friends of Biafra and lovers of Biafra freedom across the world that Monday's sit-at-home order remains suspended." Just as predicted by IPOB leadership, Nigeria security agents, infiltrators, and government agents hijacked it and used it to torment our people and to rubbish IPOB's name in Biafra land and in other countries. Mondays in Biafra land has become a day for the agent provocators and Nigeria security agencies to kill and destroy our land just because they want to blackmail IPOB. IPOB leadership is always ahead of our enemies and cancel this tool because our enemies could start using it. We are telling all and sundry that sit-at-home has been cancelled. To the next story from Lagos. There was palpable tension in the Magodo Isheri area of Lagos State as armed thugs enforcing a court judgment clashed with their counterpart. Information gathered that during the clash, the hoodlums who were armed with weapons against themselves in a free-for-all creating tension that sends shivers down the spines of landlords, residents, and business owners operating in the community. A resident who does not want his name mentioned for security reasons said people had been trapped in their houses due to the breakdown of law and order by people claiming that they possess a court judgment that granted them ownership of the land in the community. To the next story. At least 3 persons have been trapped in a Suleja mosque in Niger State after a truck loaded with powdered milk rammed into the building on Tuesday. The accident occurred around 6 a.m. when many people had left the mosque after morning prayers. Eyewitnesses said the trailer fell on the back section of the mosque where women and children pray. However, 3 people, including a child, were trapped in the ruins and subsequently sustained injuries. According to information, the trailer fell down while trying to navigate a narrow path of the road blocked by a heap of sand being used for construction on new shops. A resident, Baba Meungwa, who spoke to Daily Trust reported said 3 people have been taken to Suleja General Hospital for treatment. Going on to the next story, the foreign. A curfew has been imposed in Gondar city in Ethiopia's northern region of Ahmara. Local officials disclosed on Monday auto rickshaws were prohibited from operating outside as from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. The Gondar City Administration Command Post said in a press statement. It added that the bars and nightclubs were prohibited from remaining open beyond 9 p.m. The curfew was imposed amid ongoing protests which started last week in the cities across the Ahmara region against a federal government plan to disarm the region's special forces. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, in a statement posted on his social media handle earlier on Sunday, that the Ethiopian government had plans to incorporate special forces and the country's 11 regional states into other regional security structures. To end the world news is the sports story. Super Eagles and Villarreal forward Samuel Chukwueze was named in La Liga Team of the Week. The list was compiled and published on the Twitter handle of fact and statistics platform WhoScored.com. The 23-year-old was the only Villarreal player included in the Team of the Week, which is in a 4-4-2 formation. Chukwueze put a 5-star performance as he bagged a brace in Villarreal's shock 3-2 win against Real Madrid in the Bernabeu. His first goal saw him receive the ball on the edge of the box, send a dummy to Nacho before slotting past Thibaut Courtois. And with 10 minutes left, he netted the winner after calling into the top corner beyond Courtois. Its 2 goals against Madrid took his tally into the league to 6. Also, he has now scored 13 goals in all competitions for the Yellow Submarines this time. That ends the world news this hour from BGI TV Current. Before we go, some major headlines. Nigerian unemployment rates to hit 41% in 2023. KPMG. Leaked audio, Obi has more questions to answer, says FG. Ex-Senator Onwabunwa says Kalu not fit for Senate President position. We're also brought to you, UK restrictions can't stop Nigerian doctors' migration, says NMA, NARD. And lastly, on sports. Samuel Chukwueze makes La Liga Team of the Week after a superb performance against Real Madrid. For more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagide Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placements only. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rabila Lawa. Good evening.